The Yampa River runs clean and wild. It's one of the last major rivers in the Colorado Basin that's untouched by dams. It flows freely from the Flat Tops Wilderness through Dinosaur National Monument, shaping canyons and ecosystems just like it always has. So, how does it all begin? Well, it starts with snow. The Yampa is fueled by high-elevation snowpack that melts slowly each spring, feeding the river with cold, oxygen-rich water. Since there are no upstream dams, the river pulses naturally. It's high in spring and low in late summer, just the way native species evolved to expect. This natural rhythm supports rare fish like the humpback chub and razorback sucker, species that have vanished from dammed rivers. And migratory birds, they rely on the Yampa's cottonwood-lined banks for nesting and a place to rest. So how does it work? Well, local ranchers are using rotational grazing and water-sharing agreements to help protect stream banks and, reduce withdrawals during those really dry months. It's honestly a model of cooperation, balancing agriculture with ecology. But the Yampa's future isn't guaranteed. Climate change is shrinking the snowpack and, shifting runoff earlier in the year, which means there's less water during the hottest months. And as cities keep growing, there's this pressure to divert Yampa water westward to supply distant suburbs and farms. Without action, we risk losing not just a river, but also the ecosystems, cultures, and communities that really depend on it. So how do we keep the Yampa wild? Conservation groups are securing temporary water leases. Basically, they're buying water from willing ranchers to boost flows during drought. Others are restoring habitat by planting native vegetation and removing invasive species. Ecotourism plays a role too. Outfitters, anglers, and hikers bring in revenue that supports local conservation. And hey, travel tip, book a guided rafting trip through Dinosaur National Monument. It's honestly one of the most scenic and affordable multi-day floats in the West. The Yampa also flows through history. For the Ute people, this river is sacred, woven into stories, songs, and seasonal lifeways. Protecting the river means honoring those who've lived with it for generations. So how can you help? Well, you can support tribal tours and cultural centers and take some time to learn the stories behind the land. It's important to respect sacred sites. And here's a little travel tip. You might want to visit the Ute Indian Museum in Montrose or maybe explore petroglyphs near Echo Park with a local guide. The Yampa still runs wild, but, it really needs defenders. You can support groups like American Rivers, advocate for a wild and scenic designation, and choose outfitters who give back to the land. This river is proof that people and nature can share water if we act now. Hey, don't forget to subscribe to Corson's Best for more wild places, restoration updates, and epic road trips.